All right, everybody. I think this is the last one. Hopefully, we'll see. I think I want to turn on some music. Let's see here. La, 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 la. We have 20 minutes left. Maybe we'll just repeat it. All right. Let's see here. I want to go back a bit before we go on. Like he says, my slave girls and children have been carried off by boat. I shall say, alas, my city. Woe is me, my slave girls bear strange emblems in a strange city, right? So he only mentions his children once, and they're second, right? He mentions slave girls and children. I don't know about the translation. Maybe it doesn't work in Sumerian, or whatever this was written in. But that's like a dirty old man joke, right? Like, this guy's really concerned about his slave girls, right? And so, but at the same time, I see a lot of feminine spirit in here too. So I think this is what he's talking about when he's saying that the priests aren't whole. Like, whoever this poet is can master both the masculine and the feminine, I think. There's something else I wanted to talk about. I don't know what it was. Okay, so this is the woman speaking. The woman is the women of Ur who are tearing at their hair, and they're tearing at their hair and they're raging like a storm, right? And so you can see the imagery there. And so this is her speaking. And she says, I am the woman at whose shrine Urim the food offerings have been terminated. Right? And so this is poetry. So what are the food offerings? Like, she's not talking about religion. She is the woman of Ur. And so that means that, what are these food offerings? These food offerings aren't to the gods, they're to her. And so what are the food offerings? The food offerings are like, oh hey, you got a vagina, here's a new car. You know, you got a vagina, here's a new house. Like, this is a woman that doesn't have to do anything. It just all gets handed to her. And I think this poet is saying, hey, that's not the way. Women should be strong. All right, and then we want to go to, oh Queen, how is your heart? Right? How do you feel now that this has all happened, right? Well, we already know that because this poet has told us. She feels like a ghost goddess in her own land. So her jabs fall short. Now let us return, I guess. My An, king of the gods, declare enough to you. May Enlil, king of all the lands, decree your fate. May he restore your city for you. Exercise its queenship. Okay, so let's go to this decree your fate stuff. I was reading in some of these Sumerian stories about, like, maybe I forgot exactly what it was, but it was something about the power to decree fate. And what is that? That's like tyranny, right? Basically, the power to decree fate. It's like the power to control other men's wills, right? So there's this, but that's a shepherd and a sheep, right? Like we're all called to be priest kings. No one's called to be a sheep. But if there are sheeps out there, then you have the power to decree their fate. And so this was being said in a comical, innocent way. But the bad priests will say this in a type of way, right? To decree your fate. I don't know if it was the book to decree your fate or the power to decree your fate, but I forgot what it was. But I think that's what's going on in that idea. I don't know where that idea originates. That's probably the most pure form of it, because you can say this because it sounds cool and you don't know what you're saying. And this is what is happening here. It's like Mother Ningal, return like a bull to your cattle pen. May On, King of Gods, declare enough. Right? May Enlil, King of all the lands, decree your fate. He is decreeing the fates, right? He is. So this is like a double line here, because this is a jab at all these gods. It's like, come back to us. But Enlil is declaring the fates. May he restore your city for you, exercise its queenship. May he restore Nibru for you, exercise its queenship. May he restore Urim for you, exercise its queenship. May he restore Ison for you, exercise its queenship. Damn, this is some good stuff. 8th Kirugu. I wonder what these Kirugus are. My powers have been alienated from me. It's Jigjal. Alas, storm after storm swept the land together, the great storm of heaven, the ever-roaring storm, the malicious storm which swept over the land, the storm which destroyed cities, the storm which destroyed houses, the storm which destroyed cowpens, the storm which burned sheepfolds, which laid hands on the holy rites, which defiled the weighty council. The storm which cut off all that is good from the land, the storm which pinioned the arms of the black-headed people, 9th Kirigu, the storm which does not respect its Jigjal, the storm which knows no mother, the storm which knows no father, the storm which knows no wife, the storm which knows no child, the storm which knows no sister, the storm which knows no brother, the storm which knows no neighbor, the storm which knows no female companion, the storm which caused the wife to be abandoned, the storm which caused the child to be abandoned, the storm which caused the light in the land to disappear, the storm which swept through, ordered in hate by Enlil, Father Nana, may the storm swoop down no more on your city. May your black-headed people see it no more. Okay, this is good stuff. So this is a commentary on Sumerian society at the time of its downfall. And the storms which know no mother, the storms which know no father, these are the people he's speaking about. And there's no, people are lonely. This is a very lonely society. And this last line is very loving. May your black-headed people see it no more, right? This, I think that's what this is about. It's, this society lacks love. Everybody's off in their own little pathways. And there's alienation between the mother and her child, between the father and his child. There's alienation between the parents, alienation between the neighbors. Um, alienation between friends. May that storm, like rain pouring down from heaven, never recur. May that storm which struck down all the black-headed people, living beings of heaven and earth, be entirely destroyed. May the door be closed on it, like the great city gate at night. May that storm not be given a place in the reckoning. May its record be hung from a nail outside the house of Enlil. All right. Oh. Tenth Kirigu, until distant days, other days, future days, it's Jigjijal. From distant days when the land was founded, O Nana, the humble people, who lay hold of your feet have brought to you their tears for the silent house, playing music before you. May the black-headed people cast away from you, make obeisance to you. In your city reduced to ruin mounds, may a lament be made to you. O Nana, may your restored city be resplendent before you like a bright heavenly star. May it not be destroyed. May it pass before you. The personal deity of a man brings to you a greeting gift. A supplicant utters prayers to you. Okay, so, when he was, when the poet was criticizing the priests and the priestesses, at one point he talked about supplication and making maybe even perfect supplication. And that's probably what is going on right now. He's teaching us how to make perfect supplication. And the people should be humble, right? And humble is to see properly. We see the people during the downfall, and they're not seeing things properly. You know, they're bitter, but the gods are bitter towards them. Reverse Uno card, right? So this is a supplication that I think is happening, and I think the poet is trying to teach us about a good supplication. So I don't know, let's see. The personal deity of a man brings to you a greeting gift. A supplicant utters prayers to you. Nana, you have mercy on the land. Lord Asim Babar, as concerns him who speaks your heart's desire. Nana, after you have absolved that man's sin, may your heart relent towards him who utters prayers to you. 3 MSS, add one line. The personal deity of this man brings you a present. He looks favorably on the man who stands there with his offering. Nana, you whose penetrating gaze searches hearts, may its people who suffered that evil storm be pure before you. May the hearts of your people who dwell in the land be pure before you. Nana, in your restored city, may you be fittingly praised. No, I think that sums it up.